ready to go and ready to bring you the start of this important first game of doubleheader is the old redhead, Red Barber. Do you think this is an important doubleheader?
Oh, just about the most important of the year, Red.
Well, friends, let's see. The scoreboard clock says 2:51, which means we've had a delay. 51 minutes. The lights are on. And Dittmar's walking out to the mound. Hart has won 14, lost 9. He's 1-3 with Baltimore. And Jack Fisher hasn't lost a ball game since late in July. I think it was the last start he had in July. In the meantime, since then, he has won 6, including 3 shutouts in a row at one point. His last loss was July 29. And he bears the tag of being the best pitcher for Baltimore in the past 6 weeks. So he goes in the first one, and Pappas goes in the second. Terry has to go for New York in the second. Dittmar going in the first. Hart throwing down his warmers with Berra. Sharon is warming up the rest of the infield. Richardson, Kubek, and Boyer at third. Lopez in left. Center fielder is Mantle, and the right fielder is Merritt. John Stevens back at the plate. Berry at first base. Knapp at the second, and Newmark is at third. Well, here we go at 2:53 on the scoreboard clock, waiting for the first pitch. Stevens, left-hand hitter, swings and grounds it down to first baseman Bill Skowron, who is up for the tosses to Dittmar, who covers for the out. So 1 pitch and 1 away. Stevens hitting at 239. Manager Richards is going with his left-hand batters against the Yankee right-hander. And here's Pelosic, left-hand hitting right fielder, hitting 265. Dittmar's first pitch, outside, ball 1. The lights are on. We have a tremendous crowd when you consider the element. The main grandstands are full. There's a line drive right to Kubek, who takes it on a short hop as it does the cover, throws to first just in time. The ball suddenly stunk. It was a line drive that was going up the shortstop. It curved back to left field. Then suddenly it's sort of a reverse curve, like a screwball. It dudded into the ground. Tony had to bat it down, recover, and just got him by a whisker at first base. So I have 2 up, 2 down, and now I have Gene Whitling, the veteran left fielder, who was a left fielder for the Yankees when Stengel won his first 5 in a row. Gene hitting 279. Let's see, Dittmar walks off the mound. He's gone halfway over to the Yankee dugout. Let's see what it is he wants. He's talking to Charlie Berry, the first base umpire. He wants a little stick that he can take the mud out from his spikes. That's what it is. And, of course, that's pretty important to be able to have secure footing. And now Barry is going over to look at the mound. Apparently, a little moisture must have seeped through between the infield halves. Charlie Berry is going to check the footing. It's within his province if he thinks it is necessary to call the groundskeepers and bring out some dry dirt. However, Berry says, no, it's okay. Dittmar steps up on the rubber. Boyer, the third baseman, has been holding the ball, throws it to him, and Whitling steps in. He crouches and crowds the plate as a left-hand hitter. The pitch is in there for a strike. That was a change off the fastball. Luman Harris coaching at third. Jimmy Adea coaching at first. 2 out. We have no score. Change of pace is high inside, ball 1. Ball, 1 strike. 1-1 pitch, curve low inside. Ball 2. 2-1. This is a make-or-break day for Baltimore. Come what may, the Yankees have got to finish the doubleheader in first place. They're leading now by 2 games. Time is called at the plate. And the Orioles, to get back into it, have got to win both. If they do, there'll be 1 point out. And I would say to stay alive, they've got to split. Such as low inside, ball 3. It goes without saying that it would be a crushing, almost catastrophic blow to Baltimore if the Yankees swept the doubleheader and sent them out of here 4 games back and 5 behind on the lost side. So that's what they're playing for today. Fastball low inside, ball 4. And Woodling with a walk becomes the first base runner of the afternoon. This occurrence comes with 2 men retired. Now we have Jim Gentile, who wasn't genteel at all. It was just sheer power when he hit that home run up in the 3rd deck yesterday. He leads the Orioles in RBIs at 92, hitting 289. He's quite a fellow Baltimore came up with during the winter, getting him out of the Los Angeles organization. Swings, hits the ball in the right field corner and throws it foul. He went after a curveball and hit out ahead of it. Strike 1. He's a big, rangy, raw-bone left-hand batter. He's about 6'3" or 4. 5-0 and 1. Gentile and Robinson are the 2 top hitters for percentage. Brooks hitting 295. Fastball low outside, and it is ball 1. Robinson waiting on deck. The ball and a strike. Woodling at first. Scarn is off the bag, halfway out to his fielding depth. He doesn't figure Woodling is going to be trying to run on him. 1-1 pitch is swung on. There's a high fly ball right out to Mantle in straightaway center. Mickey waits. Gathers it in, and that's the 3rd out. So at the end of half an inning with a doubleheader on its way, it is Baltimore 0, and the Yankees coming in.
Are you really satisfied? Really satisfied with the way your car's been acting lately? Well, maybe it's something you can actually put your finger on. More frequent stalling, perhaps, or rough idling, or less miles per gallon. And now your trouble could be a dirty carburetor. Something can happen to any car, even a relatively new one. The exhaust fumes and other air contaminants get by your air cleaner, build up deposits on the carburetor wall right near the throttle plate. Even a small amount of these deposits can cause the throttle plate to feed an improper mixture of air and gasoline to your engine. The result is rough performance and actual gasoline waste. But now you can eliminate the problems caused by a dirty carburetor with new Atlantic Imperial gasoline. Atlantic Imperial actually cleans your carburetor as you drive and keeps it clean. So to end stalling, rough idling, and gasoline waste due to a dirty carburetor, use Atlantic Imperial, the gasoline that adds pleasure to your driving and keeps your car on the go. Top half of the Yankee batting order here in the last of the 1st. Here's Red.
All right, 3 o'clock by the stadium scoreboard clock. And young Jack Fisher, 21 years old. He's a big fella, 6'2", 210 pounds. Out on the mound. Here's 1-12, lost 9. He's 1-1 to the Yankees. The last time he faced them, he shut them out. Beat them 2-0. The Yankees beat him his first start against them early in the year, which he started here at the stadium and never retired a batter. He's really come on since then. Cuzzetti is coaching at 3rd. Houck is at 1st. And here is Tony Kubek. First up, left-hand hitter, batting 279. Runs up as though he would butt, takes the pitch. It's in there for a strike. Fisher throws hard. Gus Triandos back at the plate. Jim Gentile is at first base. Klaus, who came in the 4th inning yesterday, starts at 2nd today. Shortstop is Hansen, and the 3rd baseman is Robinson. Woodling is out in left. Gene Stevens, formerly of the Red Sox, is in center, and Al Polosic is in right. The strike 1 pitch to Kubek is a curve into the dirt. Low inside. 1-1. John Stevens is calling balls and strikes in his first game. Charlie Berry, who is now the senior umpire in the league, is at 1st. Knapp is at 2nd, out on the grass. The second base umpire in the American League system is a running umpire. You might on the line at third. There's a high fly ball out into left center field. Woodling, the left fielder, is under it, waiting. Has it. And we have one away. Nobody knows, had we had the weather of yesterday, today, what the attendance would have been. Of course, the rain all morning absolutely finished off the bleacher crowd. We have some people out in the bleachers, but they're real hardy. In other words, perfect day, and you'd have had it full. Here's Hector Lopez batting .282, and that's severe crouch, the right-hand hitter, takes a curve, low outside, ball one. Folks are in the extreme upper corners of the stands, in the third deck, which gives you an idea. It's one thing to come to the ballpark when you've got a seat in the stands, another thing to come if you're headed for the bleachers. Weather makes the pivotal factor. Pitch is over, first strike, 1-1. Ball and the strike. One out for the Yankees, and we have no score. After the first inning, first to two. White Sox are playing a doubleheader today at Detroit, and at the end of the first inning, lead 1-0. 1-1 pitch. Fastball low inside across the shin. Ball two. He made Hector straighten up and move his feet. Skip rope, in effect. All right, 2-1. Bishop, big burly right-hander, is 21. Pitch is swung on. There's a high foul out of play. Back to first base. A moment ago, I said that the umpire at second base is out on the short center field grass. He's a running umpire. The way the American League operates with the four-man system, the umpire who is at second is to go into the outfield on balls hit from left center to right center. He needs to go out at top speed. A ball hit right down either foul line, then the foul line umpire goes down. And whenever one of the umpires has to move out, the other umpires have to protect on the bases. A pitch high inside, 4-3. 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch swung on, a ground ball has hit the short. Hansen picked it up, but he can't throw, and it's a base hit for Lopez. A single to short. On most other shortstops, the ball would not have been touched by the fielder. That fellow really covered ground. Roger Maris sitting at 278, leading the league in home runs and runs batted in. Outfield deep, around toward right. Infield double play depth. Man is first now. Lopez, 1 out. Curveball is in for the strike. Has no score. Speaking of scores, at the end of the first inning, we will check all the other games for you. Strike one pitch, swung on, there's a ball hit down in the right field. Polanski goes back to the edge of the stand, makes the catch. Lopez stays at first, the throw in goes to second. Fires at the line drive, but up the right fielder. Well, and through the out on the hitter is Mantle. Mickey hitting at 280. And yesterday, in an identical situation, he got the Yankees off to a 2-0 start. Lopez was the runner at first base with 2 out yesterday, and Mantle caught hold of an Estrada fastball and drilled it in the stand. 2 out, Lopez at first today. Slanter comes into his hands, straightening him up, ball 1. Mickey is 4 home runs behind Maris. And right in between them with 37 is, of course, Lemon of Washington, who will be in here with his big bat, be in Killebrew, etc. Tuesday night, Wednesday afternoon. The Yankees have 5 games with Washington, and the Orioles have 5 with Washington. Mickey swings a ground ball to the first baseman. Infield grabs it, steps on first, and Mantle is up. No runs, one hit. So, at the end of the first inning, out here at the stadium, first game, it is no score. At the end of 6 innings, Boston at Washington is leading 3-1. First of a doubleheader, Kansas City at Cleveland. End of 7 innings of the first one, Kansas City 3, Cleveland 1. At the end of an inning and a half, first game, the White Sox won, the Tigers nothing. Frank Ballman is going for Chicago, and Jim Bunning is going for Detroit. National League, single game, end of an inning and a half, Milwaukee 2 and Philadelphia nothing. Bruton, the first inning home run for Milwaukee. The Pittsburgh Pirates, at the end of 4 innings of the first game, are leading 2-0. Stewart hit a home run in the fourth with nobody on for the Pirates. Vernon Law is matched against McLeish, and for Law, this is his second time going for his 20th victory. Of course, the Pirates need to spike a few wins to be more comfortable in first place. Their present lead right now is 5.5. At Chicago, at the end of 3 innings, Los Angeles and the Cubs are scoreless. However, Larker of Los Angeles has homered in the fourth, nobody on. San Francisco plays a single game at St. Louis. McCormick against Bolio, and at the end of 2 innings, it is no score. No score here at the big ballpark for a big crowd, despite an all-morning rain. There's a light drizzle coming down now. In fact, they uncovered the infield with a light rain still coming. No, they just said, let's just get going, despite the element. Here's Brooks Robinson. Swings to the curve, taps the ball to left field. It is dropping in, base hit. Lopez takes it on a bounce. And Robinson, who went up there at 295, top percentage for the Orioles, promptly adds another base hit to his collection. And this is the first hit off Ditmar. He tapped a change of pace. Apparently, the young man read the pitch, saw it coming. Time is called. Skowron is going into the Yankee dugout, and he is fingering his mitt. Apparently, he has broken the webbing on it. He gets another glove. Ball players always have the game glove, and they always have another one that they're breaking in just for an emergency like this. So, Skowron with another mitt. Batter is Ron Hansen, tall Ranger shortstop. I'll be surprised if he's not voted by the press as the Rookie of the Year. Takes a call strike on the inside. Hansen hitting .257. Batted in '79. He and Gentile are tied for club leadership in home runs with 21. That's a lot of hitting for a shortstop and also a rookie. Pitch swung on. There's a hopper on one bounce to short. Kubek up with it over to second. Richardson on to first. Double play. Double play 148 for the Yankees. The Orioles lead the league in double plays. They have 162. Now the big catcher, Gus Triandos. Gus hit a home run which tied the ball game 2-2 yesterday. Hitting .265, takes a curve on the outside, waist high, just under the waist for a call strike. Triandos is out 5 weeks, an operation on his right hand, had nerve damage. Change of pace swung on, foul back, strike 2. Ditmar pulled string. The bulletin on the scoreboard, Mantle leads both major leagues in runs scored with 111. The idea is to get to home plate, and Mickey is really doing it. Ditmar asks for another sign. Now pitches. Curveball low outside, ball 1. 1-2. One more, 2 strikes. Pitch is swung on and hit foul in the stand, back of the Yankee dugout. 1-2. In the delay of getting the doubleheader started, you folks enjoyed the interview between Phil Rizzuto and the commissioner, and Mr. Frick made a very interesting observation. See, 1-2 pitch swung on. There's a high fly ball to deep left center. Mantle is going back. He's got it sighted. Got the ball. The observation was, wouldn't it be something if the Orioles won 2 here today and the White Sox won 2? Wouldn't that be a race? Well, at any rate, we'll find out all about it as the day goes. And in this first game, the score at the end of an inning and a half. Baltimore, nothing. New York, nothing.
You know, at a traffic light, you can often tell if your car isn't performing up to par. Maybe it stalls frequently or idles rough, or possibly doesn't have any pickup when the light changes. Well, this could mean a dirty carburetor, something that can happen to any car, old or new. You see, exhaust fumes and other air contaminants get by your air cleaner and build up as deposits inside the carburetor of your car. And these troublesome deposits can cause an improper mixture of air and gasoline. The result? Rough performance, and actual gasoline waste. But thanks to new Atlantic Imperial gasoline, you can now keep your carburetor clean even without raising the hood. Atlantic Imperial cleans your carburetor as you drive, doing a complete job in just a few thousand miles. So to end stalling, rough idling, and gasoline waste due to a dirty carburetor, use Atlantic Imperial. It's the gasoline that cleans your carburetor and keeps it clean. The Yankees coming to bat now. Here once again for the action, Red Barber.
All right, here we go after the second inning, first game. Light rain has resumed, but it'll take a cloudburst to stop this thing now. Well, the White Sox are being badgered. Our old friend, Bronx boy Rocco Colavito, has just homered his 31st in the second with 1 on. So Detroit is still at bat in the second, and they're at least 1 run ahead of the White Sox. Here is Brother Barber, left-hand hitter, right-hander Jack Fisher delivers a fastball high outside, ball 1. Yogi hitting .282. It's a light fog-like drizzle that we've got. Skies are leaden up above. Barber swings, hits the ball foul down the right field corner. He's at 1,000,000 down in there. If you came out to the stadium and your only objective was to get a foul ball, you go sit right in that foul corner down there in right field. With Barber's playing. That's your best percentage. All right, 1-1. Big right-hander Fisher delivers a change of pace. It's swung on, tapped slowly down toward second. Klaus has to hurry. The throw, just in time. Gentile might have let that play get away from him then, because on the close plays, I'm not trying to be critical, but on the close plays, the first baseman is supposed to stretch out to reach the ball. And Gentile got into first base late and took the ball wrecked right at his belt. For example, Warren Spahn might not have had the no-hitter had anybody but Joe Adcock been playing first base the other night. Here's Bill Skowron, the mighty moose up there, right-hand hitter. Fisher delivers a low slider, ball 1. Skowron hitting .301. The last out of Spahn's no-hitter was a bang-bang play on a slow roller, and Adcock, who's about 6'6", they tell me that he stretched out so far he looked like a python. And just broke the ball in by a whisker. As the curve swung on and missed, 1-1. For example, if Adcock had been standing straight up on first base, as Gentile was a moment ago, Spahn would not have had his no-hitter. Moose touches, Fisher delivers, and Skowron swinging late on the fastball. Hits it down in Bella's corner. Foul ball, strike 2. There is no way of knowing, when you think of the years that Barber's been hitting foul balls here at the stadium in that right field corner, how much he's cost the ball club. But it would be a pretty penny if you added it up. Well, baseballs cost something each. The 1-2 pitch. Change of pace high inside, ball 2. And I've noticed that these fans out here are consistently superstitious. When a ball comes into the stands, they refuse to throw it back. All right, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch is the curve swung on, grounded foul. You know, it used to be in a lot of ballparks years ago that when foul balls went in, the ushers did everything they could to get them and return them to play. And then years ago, the baseball operators figured, well, it's public relations, let them have the ball. All right, 2-2. One out, nobody on. Fastball swung on, hit the right center field. It may be trouble, and it's in for a base hit. Velocic knocks it down. Stone's brought to second base. It's going to be close. He is in there as the ball bounces off of him. It's a double to right center. Comes up with a second Yankee hit in this no-score first game. One out is at second base now, and the hitter is Cletus Boyer. Boyer hitting .238. Right-hand batter. He hangs right around the .240 mark. Takes a high curveball. Ball one. Just straight away on Cletus. Infield is back. One out. Fish in position, deliver the curve over for a strike. 1-1. Big fella, 210 pounds, 6'2". He's 6', burly looking. And he moves with sort of a deceiving slowness till he releases the baseball. 1-1 pitch. Fastball in there, and it is strike 2. 1-2. He acts out there as though he's been pitching in the major leagues for 20 years. 1-2. Fisher takes a look at Scown at second. Pitches a change of pace that just misses outside. Ball 2. That was close. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Boyer crouched over the close stands, swings and fouls it back on the screen. Count holding, 2-2. The Senators are in here for 2 very vital games. Washington's going to have a lot to say in their drive to finish 4th about who's going to finish 1st. 5 games with each of the 2 Eastern contenders, New York, Baltimore. 2-2 pitch. Curveball swung on, and it is fouled back into the chest protector of the plate umpire. Still 2-2. Ball bounced halfway back to the mound. 2-2. Steps out of batter's box. Pitch is set. That easy move. Deliver the curve swung on. Hit on the short left base hit. Here's Down around third. Cazetta is sending him in. And the Moose is going to score. The throw goes to second base. And Boyer is safe as the ball bounces away from second baseman Trout. It was a close play at second. Boyer is scored as having a double, which is the way I would score it. However, I would say that had Klaus been able to have handled that ball securely, I think he might have had a chance to get him out. But the throw in on a bounce bounced out of his glove. So the Yankees lead 1-0. Boyer dumps a double into left field. 1-0 New York. That's the 42nd run batted in for young Boyer this year. And here is Richardson, who got the base hit in the 8th inning that knocked in the 2 winning runs just today. Bobby hitting .248. Swings and has a high foul over by Baltimore's dugout and behind it. Strike 1. game one, lead by one. Terry will go for Casey in the second game against Pappas. Pitch. Swung on, hit right back to the mound. Fisher grabs it. Boyer is caught between second and third. Fisher runs over and throws to third baseman Robinson, who tags him out. And Richardson is on at first to the fielder's choice. And Fisher showed that he knew what to do with that ball when he got it. As soon as he grabbed it, he took a look at the lead runner and saw that he was halfway between second and third. Fisher didn't throw. He ran over at the runner and made Boyer commit himself, and then he threw the third baseman for the out. So, Boyer's out. 1-5. Richardson on the fielder's choice is at first. And here is Ditmar, a good hitting pitcher. Paul Richards is moving his outfield back into right field very much. They're not playing Ditmar to Paul. Hart has 11 hits for 63 at-bats, percentage of 175. Throw to first, nothing doing. Year-old right-hander ready, delivers a high fastball. Ball one. 1-0. That's the count. The Yankees lead 1-0. They have 2 outs. Foul back. 1-1. Ball and a strike. Steps up first. The pitch is swung on and chopped foul. High inside. 1-2. Triandos runs out to the mound as though there's been some confusion over that battery sign. The general rule, when you see a catcher suddenly go right out to the mound, he got a pitch that he didn't call for. When I said the wet grass, an outfielder has to play much more conservatively on wet grass. He's got to avoid skidding. And we've had a couple of bang-bang plays around second base. So the score at the end of 2 innings. The Yankees 1 and the Orioles nothing.
Summer's the season to get out, go places, and have fun. No time to have your car performing under par because of a dirty carburetor. And that's one good reason to use Atlantic Imperial. Gasoline that cleans your carburetor as you drive. You see, Atlantic Imperial loosens, dissolves, and gradually washes away hard, crusty deposits that form inside the carburetor wall under normal driving conditions. Now, these deposits can cause frequent stalling, rough idling, and gasoline waste. And what's more, Atlantic Imperial's protective action keeps deposits from forming again. Today, more and more people are using Atlantic Imperial in their cars. The gasoline that cleans your carburetor as you drive and keeps it clean. Into the top half of the third inning with the Yankees leading as a result of a pair of doubles by a score of 1-0. And here's Red Barber.
In the year of rains on Yankee big days. This is the 6th time. We went down and checked with Mike Rendy and Jimmy Gleason. Oh, we had one Sunday doubleheader with over 50,000 in the stands. It was rained out. Here's Billy Klaus first up. That's the one with Cleveland. Takes a curve from Ditmar for a called strike. Art gunning for his 15th win. Now has this 1-0 lead. Klaus, left-hand hitter. Fairly experienced ball player. Curve on the outside, 1-1. Billy was over with the Giants when they were in New York. For the Red Sox for some years. Swings to the curve, pulls the ball into right field. It's a base hit. It's a clean single. He drops it into right field. So Klaus opens up with a single in the third, and this puts the tying run at first. This is hit number 2 for the Orioles. Ditmar, in winning 14 this year, has won more ball games than in any season since he's been in pro ball. His high water mark before was 13 last year with the Yankees. For the
the Athletics in 55 and 56. He won 12 each time. Now here's Fisher. They're looking for the bunt. He bunts at it and fouls the ball. Barber goes after it, but a step away from trying to catch a little foul pop. Ready. There's the bunt. Foul again. It's on the ground outside first base. Strike two. Fisher looking to Luman Herrick, the third base coach, who's already looked to Paul Richards in the dugout to find out that despite two strikes, do they want him bunting. At the end of 2 innings first game, the Detroit Tigers 2 and the Chicago White Sox 1. Salavito a home run. 31st with 1 on. Pitch, he sets the bunt, then takes on the outside for ball 1. Berra turns around to Stevens and said, "One man a strike." Stevens said it's wide. In fact, Berra is turning on Stevens. I think got the plate umpire's neck bowed a little bit. Whitmore ready. Pitches. He bunts out a curveball. It is a fair ball, and he is thrown out to third baseman to the second baseman covering. So Fisher with 2 strikes on him still gets the bunt and gets bounced over to second base. Moyer was in so close that he picked up that ball just a yard fair inside the first baseline. Now we have Gene Stevens, left-hand hitting center fielder, batting .238. 1-0 favor the Yankees. The Yankees holding a 2-game lead over the Orioles, so the situation is very apparent. Skies remain leaden, but there is no rain falling now. The game was held up, started 53 minutes late. Pitch down across the shins, low inside, ball 1. As Dittmar starts working on Stevens. Gene had a couple of singles out here yesterday. Outfield toward right, gets aimed to pull. Dittmar delivers, and Stevens takes a curve low inside, and it is ball 2. Barrow has to block the ball down. 2-0. Dittmar going against Fisher in the first game. It will be Terry going against Pappas in the second. Dittmar pitched a fine ball game his last time out and got beat 2-1, Kansas City. 2-0 pitch. Curve low inside. Ball 3. So Hart trying to make Stevens hit a breaking ball. Got him behind on him 3-0. Is low inside, ball 4. Dittmar not exactly pleased with the verdict. Stevens is on, runners at first and second. This is the second walk given up by Dittmar. Now we have little Al Polosic, left-hand hitting right fielder. He was thrown out short to first. Nice play by Kubek in the first inning. That was a line drive that deaded into the ground just in front of Tony. Polosic hitting .263. Chokes the bat a couple of inches. Swings and has a ground foul outside first. 0-1. The lights were turned on this overcast gray afternoon at the start of this doubleheader. 2:53. Strike 1 pitch. Fastball wide. Ball 1. 1-1. After very much toward right on Polosic. Dittmar taking his time. Checks the run at second. Pitches. Polosic swinging. Hits this one foul. A curveball. Down foul back. 1-2. Gene Woodling, always a formidable batter waiting on deck. Taking the sign from Vera. Foul leads off second. Stevendorf first. The pitch swung on at a high foul. Back out of play. Still 1-2. At the end of 3 innings first game, it is now Detroit 3 and Chicago 1. Going into today's action, the Yankees leading Baltimore by 2 and Chicago by 3. The Yankees +3 on the game's lost side over Baltimore and +4 on the game's lost side over Chicago. 1-0 New York. A pitch is swung on, hit foul in the upper stands back of third base. 1-2. Outfield is so drastically drawn into right, this fellow must be some pull hitter. Mantle is over in right center. Lopez in left center. 1-2 pitch. Change of pace high outside. Ball 2. Ditmar slams his right hand into his glove. He is disgusted with himself for not coming even close with a change of pace. All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Right-handed pitches low. Ball 3. He hit the dirt right along the plate. All right, 3-2. Runners at first and second. 1 man out. Whether Richards plays a run and hit or not, we'll soon know. Pumping the sign. That ball comes set. Check second. The runners go. The pitch is swung on, hit down into right field. Maris in front of the line drive makes the catch, and the runners have to get back. Well, Richards had him going. Kolosik had it hit, but right at Maris. So they have 2 men gone. And this sort of evens the books because Maris hit a line drive just like it, a replica, out to Kolosik in the first inning. Now the batter is Woodling, who walked in the first inning. Gene hitting .279. Maris caught a home run off of him yesterday. And this is a tough hitter. He's a real money player. Veteran left-hand batter. 2 down, runners at first and second. Fastball low outside. Ball 1. 1-0. Pittsburgh is leading 5-0 at the end of 5 innings. First game at Cincinnati and back to Vernon Law, going for 20 wins. Change of pace outside. Ball 2 to Woodling. Woodling up. Robinson on deck. No, Gentile on deck. Then Robinson. 2 men out. Inning 3. Orioles threatening, but the Yankees are leading with 1 in the bank. Skies are brightening slightly, but they can afford to brighten considerably more. A change of pace outside. Ball 3. 3-0. Woodling takes a precautionary glance at the third base coach. The Yankee bullpen gets up. Pitch is over for a strike. 3-1. Woodling was taking all the way. Balls, 1 strike. Now Woodling sets himself.
Continuation at the beginning of side 2.
batter with a pitch, and Stevens holds his hand up in front of his face, saying it was up here. Bases are loaded. Woodling getting his second walk, takes over at first. Stevens, who got on with a walk, moves to second, and Krause, who opened with a single, moves to third. So, the bases are loaded by Baltimore with 2 outs, top of the third, the Yankees leading 1-0, and the hitter is Gentile, who leads the team in RBIs with 92. Left-hand batter, outfield deep around toward right. He could not check his swing on the low inside curveball, which was considerably off the plate. Strike one. Nothing in one. On the outside. Ball one. Pitch is swung on as a ground ball that is hit slowly to Richardson's right. He's up with it, goes to first base in time. Shoots down for the third out. So that's it. No runs, 1 hit, 3 left, no errors. And the score at the end, 2.5 innings of the first game. The Yankees won, and the Orioles nothing.
Everyone knows what a hinge is. That familiar gadget on the doors in our home. And when a hinge begins to squeak, of course, that means the parts are rubbing together. Well, what do we do about it? Just apply a few drops of oil to the joint, and presto, the squeak is gone. Well, the same thing holds true for your car. You hear squeaks, it's a good indication that vital chassis parts are rubbing together, causing wear and tear. And you should see your Atlantic dealer for a safety service lubrication. When he lubricates all of your car's important chassis and engine points, he's actually cushioning these parts for protection and smoother performance. And also important, as a part of every Atlantic safety service lubrication, he checks such vital equipment as your lights, cooling system, battery, and muffler. That's the safety service part of his job. So make it a point to see your Atlantic dealer soon for a safety service lubrication to keep your car on the go. Last half of the third inning, the Yankees on top by a score of 1-0 over the Birds. Here's the action in Red Barber.
But first, a reminder, the Yankee baseball comes to you over Quality Modern, WOKO, 1460 on your radio dial in Albany, New York, 20 minutes before 4 o'clock.
There's Maris. The Yankees leading 1-0 on successive doubles in the second inning by Skowron and Boyer. Chandos takes the last of the warm-up pitches, throws it through to second. Ball passed around the infield. Plate umpire Stevens steps around back of the big receiver, snaps down his mask. Chandos crouches. Kubek moves into his slightly leaning crouch. Swendrick, left-hand batter. Gives you a whipcord effect. Takes low inside. Ball one. Right-handed pitches, and it's swung on, hit out to right field. It is a home run. Use the home run with devastating effect. This is their 181st home run of the year. For Tony, this is his 13th. It's such a nice run batted in. And this makes it now 2-0 in favor of New York. The Yankees hold the American League record for most home runs in the season. 190, and they're after that this year. Hector Lopez has been hitting home runs of late. Taking a curve, low outside, ball one. Kubek lined up in the lower right field stand. You could tell it was gone from the moment that he uncocked his wrist. He had it hit. A curve for a called strike. straighten Lopez up. He backed away. When the strike call is issued, Hector is visiting over it a little bit. He had drawn back from the pitch. One pitch, swung on and hit wide of third into left field. Base hit, single. Now we have Roger Maris coming up. Crowd rolling. That's the fifth hit for New York. The Baltimore bullpen is going to work. That's Fort Wilhelm getting up. I had him up out there yesterday. Skinny Brown relieved Friday night. Pitcher pitches, a curve swung on, grounded foul outside first. 0-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Right on Roger. 2-0 favor the Yankees. There's a ball lined over short in the left center field. It's in for a base hit. And here's Lopez going for third. The throw goes to third base, not in time. And they cut it off to contain Maris at first. So it's a single to left center for Maris, sending Lopez, who was really moving around, to third base. Mickey Mantle. Triandos, the catcher, goes out the mound to talk to young pitcher. Mantle grounded out to the first baseman in the first inning. Mickey hitting .279. Time is called, and here's Luman Harris walking out to the mound. Might be just going out to visit with Fisher, or he might be going out to remove him. We'll have to see. Richards is in the spot where he can't gamble. He can't gamble much. If Baltimore is to remain a factor in the pennant race, this is the day that they'll have to do some reviving. And they're leaving Fisher in. Harris just went out there and talked to him. Manager Richards does not go out to the mound. He always sends Luman Harris. All right. Mantle set. Takes the fastball low outside. Ball 1. Is outside, and it is ball 2. Runners at first and third. Nobody out. Mantle swinging, fouls it back. 2-1. A moment ago, we said that the Yankees hold the American League mark with 190 home runs. They now have 181 this year. They hit the 190 in 56. However, in the National League, in 47, the Giants hit 221. In 56, the Reds hit 221. As the pitch is low, gets away from Triandos. Lopez comes in to score, and Maris goes out at second base. It's a wild pitch. Ball 3, and it is 3-0 favor New York. A wild pitch. Now we have Harris coming out to the mound again, and this means the end for Fisher. He must be removed under the American League rules. And the new pitcher from the bullpen. Wilhelm was down there. Will have to take over this 3-1 count to Mantle. 3-0 favor the Yankees, who won the first 2 games in this 4-game series. And this is Wilhelm coming in. We can detect him as he comes over the fence because of the slight tilt to his head. He has a little twist in his neck. We're starting to run down that record for you for home runs by a ball club. Milwaukee in 53 hit 208, and then Milwaukee in 57 hit 199. Yankees in 56 hit 190. Keepers are going to use a minute or two, get a little bit more dry dirt at a few soggy spots. Wilhelm will take over pitching to Mantle. If he gets him out, he will get credit for it. If he should walk him, the walk would be charged against Fisher, who leaves with a 3-1 count. Fisher leaving the mound, who has won his last 6 ball games. Wilhelm, who has the fabulous knuckleball, taking over. Now, let me see something about Triandos's mitt. He went to the dugout, got rid of the regulation size, and he has a great big oversized pad, which he uses for the knuckleball. Very loose, floppy mitt that just sort of folds around these erratic pitches. Last of the 3rd inning. The Yankees leading 3-0. Washington will be in here Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, Wednesday afternoon at 2. Wilhelm pretty much throws knuckleballs on every pitch, and if he has a day when he is getting his knuckleball over, he practically throws it every pitch. The way he throws it, holding it with the ends of his fingers, it does not bother him any at all. In other words, he doesn't get sore fingers out of it. Some pitchers grip a knuckleball very hard with their fingernails, and then they have to ration their pitches, thinking especially of Bud Daly. All right, Mantle steps in, hitting left-handed against right-hander Wilhelm, of course. So Hort takes over. 3-0 favor New York. Wilhelm has won 10, lost 8 this year. Been both starting and relieving. The early part of the year was a starting pitcher, and has been pretty much a relief pitcher since June. The pitch is low, ball 4. Mantle walks, and the walk is charged to Fisher. Now the rest of it is Wilhelm's responsibility, except for these 2 runners. Nobody is out here in the last of the 3rd. Kubek opened it with a home run. Lopez single, went to 3rd on Morris' single, scored on a wild pitch. Then the pitches were changed. Mantle just got ball 4 and takes over at first. Well, swinging a knuckleball, hits it foul into the dirt. Runners at first and second. Nobody down. Yogi crashed a home run yesterday. Big blow. Swings, hits the ball out to right center field. It is in there for a base hit. It bounces off the scoreboard. And here is Morris going, and Mantle is coming right on in on his heels. It's a double for Bella, and 5-0 over the Yankees. Nothing favor New York. The hitter is Skowron. Still has nobody out. After the 3rd inning. doubled and was scored as the first Yankee run in the second inning. Takes a knuckleball that gets away from Ciandos, but not far enough for Barber to advance. Ball one. Cian hitting .303, which is the high percentage for the Yankees. Knuckleball swung on and missed. Strike one, 1-1. That gives him 58 runs batted in. Knuckles swung on, foul by. 1-2. One ball, two strikes. Coming set now. Pitches. Knuckleball swung on, fouled into the bag. Still 1-2. One ball, two strikes. Pitch. Inside, and it is ball two. That seemed to be a curve. Wilhelm throws a curveball upon occasion. All right, 2-2. Kansas City won the first game at Cleveland, 3-2. Knuckles swung on, hit the short. Barrows hung up second, had to stay there as a throw to first, Hanson to Gentile, and Skowron's out. So we get one down. It was Boyer. He doubled to knock in the first of the Yankee 5 runs in the second inning. Batting .240. He just keeps his mark right around there. Pitch. Breaking ball, though, outside. Ball one. Hard deal. Low outside. Ball two. And Barber is dancing around very playfully at second base. He's hitting that ball and running. He smells the money. Knuckleball in there for a strike. 2-1. Two balls, one strike. Pitch. Knuckleball swung on and missed. 2-2. Yankees leading 5-0. 2-2. Half swing, ground foul. Count stays. And Richards has got another pitcher warming up in the Baltimore bullpen. His pitcher swung on at a high fly ball out into left field. Woodling moving over, close to the line, and the ball gets back in foul, out of play. All right, 2-2. Yesterday went over the $1.5 million mark at home paid for the year. As the ground ball hit the short. Again, Barber is held at second. The throw to first from Hanson to Gentile is in time. And we have two outs. Bobby Richardson, who woke up the ball game yesterday. All for one today, hit into a fielder's choice. Hits the ball back to the mound. Pitch high inside, ball one. One and oh. Pitch is inside again, ball two. Nothing delivery, swung on, hit down the left field line. It is a foul ball into the stands. Now 2-1 count. The Orioles have only won one ball game at the stadium this year. However, they have been tough at Baltimore. They won 8 out of 11 from the Yankees there. Knock the ball in the dirt, and there's a nice stop by Triandos. In the season series, coming into the doubleheader today, Baltimore had won 9 and the Yankees 11. That's in one. Pitch. Low outside, and it is ball four. Base on ball off to Bobby. And we're waiting for a rich young man named Dittmar to come out. He's now got a 5-0 advantage as he's gunning for his 15th win. More important, trying to fit the Yankees to a 3-0 advantage over Baltimore in this 4-game set and a 3-game lead. Knuckleball swung on and missed. Had it just above the knees, strike one. 2 out. Pass to the third, runners at first and second. Knuckleball is grounded foul to Cruzetti at third, soft foul. Frank is an excellent judge of how hard hit a foul ball is. If it's a soft one, he'll stop it. The screamer, he will save his hands. The 2-strike pitch. Knuckleball again, low outside. Ball one. 1-2. Triandos, the good, big, oversized, floppy mitt, sort of has the effect of a pillow. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and grounded wide of third as Robinson up with it goes to first base, and Dittmar is just out. Third baseman to the first backer. The Yankees set 9 men to the plate and scored 4 of them, left 2 on. Kubek's home run detonated the start. There were 4 hits. Berra got the last one, a double that knocked in the last 2 runs. So the total to the end of 3, a 5-7-0 for New York. 0-2-0 for Baltimore. And before we get around to Rizzuto, let's pause for station identification. You know Yogi Berra pretty well, don't you?
Yes, very well, Red.
I mean, you're on speaking terms?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Quite, yes.
I mean, you played with him?
Uh-huh.
You still in business together?
Uh-huh.
Well, I notice he's swinging that bat, and he's prancing around like a kid. How would you account for it?
Well, we were talking before the game, Red, you know, Yogi has had quite a few slices of World Series melon. And it's getting near that time, and he feels that it's probably time he was bearing down a little more. Not that he doesn't bear down all year, but he is a little skitterish out there. He had such a big lead, he could have stolen third had he wanted to with Wilhelm's knuckleball. Quick look at the scoreboard in the American League. Boston beat Washington in the single game down in Washington 3-1. Monbouquet the winner, Lee the loser, Tasby Homan. Kansas City beat Cleveland in the first of 2, 3-2. Herbert the winner, Locke the loser. Williams Homan in the fourth with 1 on. That's Dick Williams. and Locke and Newcomb combined to pitch the two-hitter and yet lost. Chicago leads Detroit 5-3 at the end of 4 1/2. Brooks Robinson leads off here in the top of the 4th. The pitch to Robinson is a curve in there, strike one call. Robinson single to left field in the 2nd inning. Rocky Colavito hit his 31st home in the 2nd with 1 on for Detroit. The National League Milwaukee leads Philadelphia 4-1 at the end of 5. Pittsburgh leads Cincinnati 5-1 at the end of 7 1/2. And the Cubs lead the Dodgers 5-2 at the end of 6 1/2. Giants 2, Cardinals nothing at the end of 4 1/2. 5-0 the Yankees lead, top of the 4th. The pitch is hit deep to left field, curving foul way down in the left field corner. Boy, Robinson got round on an inside fastball, drilled it deep into the left field seats, but foul by a couple of feet. 0-2 on Brooks Robinson. Robinson's been batting right around 300 all year. Right now he's at 296. 23 doubles, 9 triples, 12 homers, and 78 runs batted in. Ditmar ready on the mound. The 2-strike pitch is a curve popped in the air to the right side. Skowron is moving under it in fair territory. Makes the catch right in back of first base for the first out. One away, that brings up Ron Hansen, who went into a fast double play in the 2nd inning. Hansen was batting over 300 first half of the year. He has tailed down to where he's now at 257. But he has 21 doubles, 5 triples, 21 homers, and 79 runs batted in. Ditmar's first pitch to Hansen is a curve in there, strike one call. John Stevens calling balls and strikes. On deck, Gus Triandos. The 1-strike pitch, low curve, line to left field, and foul. Another ball just fouled by a couple of feet. 0-2 on Hansen. Both those pitches were inside. The one Brooks Robinson fouled deep into the seats, and the one that Hansen just pulled foul down the left field line. 1 out, nobody on. 5-0 the Yankees leading. Top of the 4th inning. The 2-strike pitch, curve, foul tip as he tried to check his swing. This is the biggest lead that any team has managed to hold in the series so far. Yankees 5, Baltimore nothing. Top of the 4th. Ditmar's 2-strike pitch, slow curve, hit on the ground is short. Kubek to his right is up with it. The long throw in time as Skowron backhands the low throw. 2 away. That ball's a little tough to handle out there in the infield and the outfield. Remember, the grass is wet. And as the ball rolls on the grass, it picks up a little dew, and sometimes the ball will slip off your hand as you throw it. Gus Triandos flied to center field in the 2nd inning. 2 out, nobody on. Gus takes a fastball outside, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, fastball swung at and missed, strike 1, 1-1. Ditmar was not overpowering fast. Sure pitches to those spots. Lost a tough ball game his last time out to Kansas City. 2-1. The 1-1 pitch, slow curve outside, ball 2, 2-1. Now the 2-1 delivery is hit foul and in the upper deck and back to first base. 2-2 on Triandos. Gus steps out of the batter's box to knock some dirt out of his spike. Triandos missed quite a bit of the year, having that operation on his thumb. Now the 2-2 delivery. Curveball swung at and missed, strike 3. Detmar gets his first strikeout of the ball game. And for Baltimore in the top of the fourth inning, nothing across. The score at the end of 3.5 innings, the Yankees 5, the Orioles nothing.
Say, did you ever see one of those old antique cars come chugging down the street? It is certainly a sight to see. And also a lot of fun to drive. But believe me, when you have to crank the engine over by hand to start them, that's getting your driving pleasure the hard way. It is surprising, though, how many things are still done the hard way, like cleaning the carburetor of your car. Up to now, this meant a lot of work, even for a skilled mechanic who actually had to take your carburetor apart to clean it. But not anymore. Because with Atlantic Imperial gasoline, you can clean your carburetor while you drive. Atlantic Imperial washes away harmful deposits that can cause loss of power, frequent stalling, rough idling, and actual gasoline waste. What's more, Imperial's protective action keeps these deposits from forming again. Today, more and more people are using Atlantic Imperial. It's the gasoline that cleans your carburetor as you drive and keeps it clean. Into the last half of the fourth inning, and a 5-0 ball game in favor of the Yankees. And for the action, once again, here's Phil Rizzuto.
We'll lead off again here in the fourth as the Yankees send 9 men to the plate in the third inning, scoring 4 runs. Tony fly to center in the first inning. Kubek now with 13 homers and 59 runs batted in on the year, batting .280. Boyd Wilhelm out on the mound. Wilhelm took over for Fisher in the third inning. All 5 Yankee runs are charged to Jack Fisher. Wilhelm into the windup. Pitch to Kubek is a knuckleball over, strike 1 call. Brooks Robinson playing in at third. Another knuckleball is popped in the air alongside third. Robinson in foul territory under it and makes the catch for the first out. As Kubek hit a knuckleball right off the end of the bat. Here's Hector Lopez, who's 2 for 2. Single to deep short in the first inning and single to left field and scored in the third. Lopez batting .286. Hector has been a big factor in the Yankees' last few wins. The pitch to Lopez, knuckleball, ball down third. This is going to be close. The throw to first. He beat it out. A beautiful bunt by Lopez, and you should have seen that Gentile stretch. He did the splits at first base, but Lopez's perfect bunt caught Robinson napping, even though Brooks came in and threw off balance. It was close, but Lopez gets his third hit of the ball game. Hector 3 for 3. Second hit off Wilhelm. Brings up Roger Maris, who lined to right field and single to left. Roger has scored 1 run. His 90th run scored this year. 1 out. Gentile holds first against Lopez. Throw to first, Hector back. Maris with 39 homers and 104 runs batted in. Pitch to Maris, hit high in the air to short right field. Klaus is back. Kolarczyk coming in. Klaus is under it and makes the catch for the second out. Maris got under a knuckleball that time. And here's Mickey Mantle. Mickey bounced to first base in the first inning, walked and scored in the third. Mickey's 112th run scored this year. 2 out. The stretch and the knuckleball almost hit Mickey, ball 1. Nothing, the Yankees lead. Knuckleball outside, ball 2, 2-0. On deck, Yogi Berra. Knuckleball outside. On Mickey. Pitch, knuckleball is in there, strike 1. He wasn't taking a chance on throwing the fastball, figuring that Mickey had the green light. shakes off the sign. Now he's ready to stretch. Knuckleball way high outside, ball 4. Mantle walks for the second time in the ball game. Lopez down to second, Mantle down to first, and the batter Yogi Berra. Mickey's 108th base on balls of the year. Yogi bounced to second and double to right center field to drive in 2 runs in the 3rd inning. Yogi 1 for 2, batting .283, 58 RBI. 2 out. On deck, Bill Skowron. Wilhelm stretches. Pitch to Yogi, low inside, ball 1. Big Gus Triandos catching with the big glove that the catchers use to hold Wilhelm's knuckleball. That helps to some degree, but still tough to handle. Knuckleball in there, strike 1, 1-1. And Yogi steps back to argue with the umpire and the crowd. Ooh. Yogi takes a quick glance into the Yankee dugout. 1-1 on Berra. Knuckleball hit on the ground. Nice play by Gentile. He's up with it. Flips to Wilhelm for the out. And Gentile took a double away from Yogi with a diving, sliding backhand catch. Rolled over and on his knees flipped to Wilhelm for the out. And there were 2 more sure runs. Had that ball gotten by Gentile. A fine play by the Oriole first baseman. For the Yankees in the bottom of the 4th, no runs, 1 hit. No Baltimore errors, 2 men left, and a score at the end of 4 full innings. The Yankees 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Baltimore no runs on 2 hits and no errors. Right now, I'd like to mention that the second half of this game is being brought to you by the Crisp Refresher Ballantine beer. You know, Ballantine's the light beer with true lager flavor, and that's what makes it the Crisp Refresher. On the scoreboard, Boston beat Washington 3-1. Kansas City took Cleveland 3-2 in the first game. And the White Sox lead Detroit 5-3 at the end of 5 of the first game of a doubleheader. In the National League, Milwaukee 4, the Phillies 1 at the end of 5. Pittsburgh 5 and Cincinnati 3, playing the bottom of the 9th inning. That's the first of 2. The Cubs lead the Dodgers 5-2 at the end of 7.5. And the Giants 2, the Cardinals nothing at the end of 5.5.
Yankee baseball coming to you over Quality Modern, WOKO, 1460 on your radio dial in Albany, New York. WOKO time, 16 minutes past 4 o'clock.
To face Art Ditmar. Klaus single to right field in the 3rd inning. To Klaus is a ground ball. Richardson backhanded, beautiful play. Throw to first in time for the out. Oh, Richardson came up with a dandy that time on a hard hit ground ball to his right. He backhanded the ball going towards second base, wheeled around and fired to Skowron in time to get Klaus. The Yankee defense really functioning here today. And now we have a pinch hitter for Hoyt Wilhelm. Buddy Barker, who was called up from Vancouver September the 12th, had 14 homers, was batting .311. He's 6 feet tall, 192 pounds, and 24 years old, from Martinsburg, West Virginia. Buddy Barker, a left-hand hitter, takes the strike over. Beautiful play by Richardson. Barker is 0 for 1 since he's joined the Orioles. Holds the bat right down on the end. Change-up line. Richardson one-handed. A nice play by Bobby. A line drive. Richardson going to his right again. Backhand of the ball, one-handed. And so it's 2 up and 2 down, courtesy of Bobby Richardson. And here's Gene Stevens, who bounced to first and walked. And Richardson can move around second base. 5-0, the Yankees lead. We're in the top of the 5th, 2 out, nobody on. Ditmar ready. Pitch to Stevens is a curve outside, ball 1. 2 hard hit balls off Ditmar that time, and 2 out. Fastball hit on the ground. Skowron up with it, races to the bag for the unassisted putout, and that's all for Baltimore. Here in the top of the fifth, nothing across. The score at the end of 4.5 innings. New York 5, Baltimore nothing.
To be crisp, a beer must be acted right. With true lager flavor, precisely right. Lively, cold, and crystally clear. The crisp refresher. Valentine beer. Hey, get your cold beer. Hey, get your Valentine. Hey, get your cold beer. Get your ice cold Valentine beer. Get your ice cold Valentine beer. Get your ice cold Valentine beer.
Jerry Walker is coming on to take over for Hoyt Wilhelm as we get ready to go here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Wilhelm pitched 2 innings, allowing 2 hits, walked 2, didn't strike out anybody or allow any runs. So Fisher started, and Jack was tagged for 6 base hits and 5 runs in the 2 innings he worked. Jerry Walker coming on is making his 27th appearance of the year. He's won 3 and lost 4. 6'1", 195 pounds from Ada, Oklahoma. Usually a starting pitcher, but this year he's had a little bit of trouble winning ball games, and so lately he's been used in relief by Paul Richards. Another one of the kitty core of the Baltimore Orioles pitchers. Walker will be pitching to Skowron, Boyer, and Richardson here in the bottom of the fifth. The Yankees leading 5-0. New York scored 1 run in the second inning and then 4 runs in the third inning. Skowron doubled to right center field and scored in the second inning and then bounced to shortstop in the third. Moose batting .302, and he's been right around that 300 mark for the last couple of weeks. And of course, Skowron would love to keep it there with the season almost over. It's a big plus in your factor when you can bat 300 or more for a year. Walker with a short windup. Pitch to Skowron, inside, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, high inside, ball 2. 2-0. Triandos now has gone back to the small catcher's glove, and it really looks like a toy glove after the big one he had on catching Wilhelm's knuckler.
The game continues at the beginning of side 3, cassette number 2. The 1-0 pitch, high inside, ball 2. 2-0. Triandos now has gone back to the small catcher's glove, and it really looks like a toy glove after the big one he had on catching Wilhelm's knuckler. Nothing pitch, strike 1. Skowron tried to check his swing that time on an inside curveball, but went all the way around. Here's the windup. Fastball hit in the left center field. Woodling going over, and he gets it right at his shoe top for the out. It didn't look like Gene had a chance for that one, but the ball hung up there. And Woodling went a long ways, almost in straight center field when he made the catch. Nice play by Woodling, one away. Here's Cletus Boyer, double to drive in a run in the second inning and bounce to short in the third. Fastball swung and missed, strike 1. deck, Bobby Richardson. One strike pitch is taken, strike two, and Boyer was ready to bunt that ball with Robinson playing deep. But the curve fooled him, and it hit the outside corner. 0-2 on Cleat. Here's a two-strike pitch. Strike three, swinging. Boyer goes down on strikes. That's the second Yankee that goes down on strikes in the ball game. Ditmar struck out in the second inning. Here's Bobby Richardson, hit back to the box in the second inning, walked in the third. 2 out, nobody on. 5-0 the Yankees lead, bottom of the fifth. Fastball is inside, ball one. The 1-0 pitch is a foul tip, strike one, 1-1. Bobby was trying to hold up on his swing, and the ball just grazed off the bat. One ball, one strike, 2 out. Never thought they'd play baseball here today at Yankee Stadium. This is now an official ball game, whether it rains now or not. Curve outside, ball 2, 2-1. As long as the home team is leading at the end of 4.5 innings, makes the ball game complete. Pitch is high, ball 3, 3-1 to Bobby. Walker goes to the rosin bag. Right-hander swings into the windup. Fastball bunted, foul down the third base line. Full count on Richardson, 3-2. Another big ball game to go after this one. The payoff pitch to Richardson is low outside, ball 4. Richardson walked for the second time in the ball game. That's the fourth walk given up by Baltimore pitchers. And here comes Art Ditmar. Struck out and bounced to third. Ditmar was 114 and lost 9. Steps in with Richardson leading off first. Gentile holding him on. 2 out. Pitch to Ditmar is a foul. Back on the screen. Strike one. Yes, sir. The rain has tightened up the net below us, and you got to watch those foul balls. They hit on the net and skip right up at you. 1 strike on Ditmar. Walker into the set position. Curve on the outside corner, strike 2. 0-2 on Art. Two away, Richardson leading off first. Pitch is fouled, and Ditmar let go of the bat and it went halfway down third. Frank Rossetti will retrieve it. Looked like big power up there for a minute, throwing the bat at the ball. 0-2 on Ditmar. Ditmar wants a little rosin now as he walks over to Kubek, who's on deck. Flips the rosin bag back to Tony and steps in the batter's box. 2 strikes. 2 out. 5-0 the Yankees lead, bottom of the fifth. Walker sets. Pitch is hit foul down the right field line. Richardson still at first base. Walker stretches. Curve hit on the ground to shortstop, and he threw his bat again. Hansen over to Gentile for the out, and the bat went halfway down between home and third in fair territory this time. For the Yankees in the bottom of the fifth, no runs, no hits, no Baltimore errors. One man left to score at the end of 5 full innings. Yankees 5, Baltimore nothing. We pause for station identification.
At 1460 on your radio dial, this is Quality Modern, WOKO in Albany, New York. WOKO time 28 minutes past 4 o'clock.
On the scoreboard, Boston beat Washington 3-1. Kansas City took Cleveland 3-2 in the first game of a doubleheader. In the second game, it's Cleveland 1, Kansas City nothing at the end of 1. Chicago leads Detroit 6-4 at the end of 6 innings in the first game of a doubleheader. Milwaukee leads Philadelphia 5-1 at the end of 6.5. Pittsburgh beat Cincinnati in the first game 5-3, and Law finally won his 20th game of the year. It was a long time coming, though, better than 3 weeks. But the Pirates win a big ball game. They got another one to play at Cincinnati. Cubs leading the Dodgers 5-2 at the end of 8. And St. Louis now leading the Giants 3-2 at the end of 6. For Baltimore, it'll be Pilarczyk, Woodling, and Gentile to face Art Ditmar here in the top of the 6th inning. Pilarczyk bounced to short and lined to right field. Pilarczyk, left-hand hitter, chokes up on the bat. Ditmar's pitch is over the outside corner for a called strike. The changeup is outside as Pilarczyk had run up to bunt that ball. But with the changeup, he was too far out in front and actually ran by the ball before it got to the plate. 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Changeup line to left field. There's a base hit. He slapped that ball to left field. Pilarczyk is around first. He's going to try for 2. Lopez's throw is not in time. It's a double for Pilarczyk. Boy, that was a dangerous play with his team 5 runs behind. But the wet grass slowed up the ball, and it was tough for Lopez to make a good throw. Pilarczyk just kept running. And for Pilarczyk, his 4th double of the year. Hit number 3 off Ditmar. Here's Gene Woodling. Woodling up twice, has walked twice. 5-0, the Yankees lead in the top of the 6th. Pitch to Woodling, a ground ball to the right side. It's a base hit. And here comes Pilarczyk. He'll score. It's a 5-1 ball game. Gene Woodling hit the first pitch between first and second to right field. Driving in Pilarczyk. For Woodling, his 59th run batted in. Nobody out. Here's Jim Gentile. Fly to center field, bounce to second. So the Orioles break the ice here in the top of the 6th. 5-1 now, Yankees leading. Skowron holds first against Woodling. Pitch to Gentile is low, ball 1. By Ditmar. Fastball hit deep to right center field, way back there. Harris back in front of the scoreboard, makes the catch just in front of the auxiliary scoreboard to the left of the Yankee bullpen. And that ball looked like it was heading for the bleachers. A high, towering fly ball. Just short of the bleachers. That's one away. Man, that was close. Here's Brooks Robinson, single to left, and popped out to first base. One away. Pitch to Robinson, inside, ball 1. On deck, Ron Hansen. Ditmar sets. Ground ball foul outside of third. Knocked down by the third base coach, Lum Harris. 1-1 on Brooks Robinson. Woodling leads off first. Inside, ball 2, 2-1. Ditmar on the mound for New York. Stretch by the right-hander. Pitch is line to right field. Now it's going over, and he can't get it. It's off the wall. And Woodling's around second, digging for third, and Woodling is limping, and they hold him up. Gene Woodling hobbled into third base. He could have scored easily, but it looks like Woodling might have pulled a muscle. Casey Stengel is coming out to the mound as Brooks Robinson lined a double off the right field wall. And Woodling actually hobbled into third base. That ball bounced almost into the infield. And Woodling could easily have scored had he been able to run at all. And Casey Stengel is out to the mound as Brooks Robinson lines a double to right. Hit number 5 off Ditmar. Casey's letting Ditmar in there. The Yankees lead 5-1, but Baltimore's threatening. Brooks Robinson got his 24th double of the year, his second hit of the ball game. Paul Richards certainly wants to keep Woodling in the ball game because Gene can barely run. Really hobbled around from first to third. All right, Ron Hansen, the batter, bounced into a double play in the second inning, bounced to short in the fourth. 1 out, the windup by Ditmar. Curve inside, ball 1. On deck, Gus Triandos. Yankees leading 5-1, top of the 6th. The 1-0 pitch. On the inside corner, strike 1, 1-1. Baltimore battling back here in the top of the 6th inning. Ditmar checks the sign from Berra. Here's the windup. Fastball hit slowly foul down the third base line. Kicked foul. That would have been a tough chance had it stayed fair. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ditmar into the windup. Curve line to left field, a base hit. 2 runs are going to score, and it's a 5-3 ball game. Ron Hansen lined a single to left field, driving in Woodling and Robinson, and it's now a 5-3 ball game. Brings up Gus Triandos, the tying run at the plate. For Hansen, RBIs number 80 and 81. And he is second on the team in RBIs for Baltimore. Gentile leads with 92. Gus Triandos flying to center and struck out. The stretch by Ditmar. Pitch is high, ball 1. Here comes Casey. That's all for Ditmar. Coming out for his second trip to the mound. And that will be all for Art Ditmar in the ball game. So Ditmar has pitched a total of 5 in the 3rd innings. He's allowed 6 base hits, walked 3, struck out 1, and has allowed 3 runs so far. Hansen at first will be his responsibility, so Ditmar cannot be the losing pitcher. And Jim Coates is coming on. Coates, who has been doing fine work in relief for the Yankees here of late, is coming on trying to stem this Baltimore tide. Certainly have to give the Orioles a lot of credit the way they've been able to battle back all year and stay so close to the Yankees and the White Sox. Coates coming on is making his 32nd appearance of the year. He's won 12 and lost 3 and defeated Baltimore here at Yankee Stadium on September the 17th in relief. He pitched 1 inning, did not give up any hits, struck out 2, and didn't allow any runs. Coates is 6'4" and 195 pounds. The Yankees scored 1 run in the second inning, 4 in the fourth. Baltimore has come back with 3 here in the top of the 6th. There's 1 out and a runner at first as Ditmar leaves the mound. Coates will be coming on pitching to Gus Triandos and Billy Klaus. Mickey Mantle walks over with Roger Maris to the Yankee bullpen. Also to get off that wet outfield grass. This kind of weather sure plays havoc with the outfielders' spike shoes. They get wet and then they crack. Got to go out and get a pair of new shoes. Not too bad on the infield. Will have a count of 1 ball, no strikes on him. So in this instance, should Coates walk Triandos, he will be charged with a base on balls. But had there been 2 balls, no strikes, or 2 balls, 1 strike, then if Coates walked him, it would have gone to the preceding pitcher. All right, Coates is ready. Triandos ready, steps into the batter's box. One on, 5-3, the Yankees lead, top of the 6th. Here's a stretch by Coates. Pitch to Triandos is a strike, a fastball right down the middle, belt high. Leads off first. Coates sets. Fastball popped foul down the right field line and going out of play. Maris is shading Triandos way over in right center field. So anything hit down the line would be a sure base hit. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Gus. Here's a stretch by Coates. Strike 3. Swinging at a changeup. So Coates comes on to strike out the dangerous Gus Triandos. And here's Billy Klaus. Klaus singled and was robbed of a base hit on a fine play by Richardson. 1 for 2 for the left-hand hitting second baseman. Boyer runs in from third to talk with Coates. 2 out now with Hansen at first. Ready. Pitch to Klaus is a strike. Billy fell away from an inside fastball that came back over the plate. Coates' ball is really moving right now. Ready for the 1-strike pitch. There goes Hansen. The ball is popped in the air to short center field. Boy, what a running jump Hansen had. Richardson and Mantle, and Richardson makes the catch. Boy, they looked at each other 2 or 3 times. And first one would stop, then the other, and Richardson finally made the catch. and Hanson was running, would have scored easily from first. For Baltimore on the top of the sixth, they come up with 3 runs on 4 base hits. No Yankee errors and 1 man left. And the score at the end of 5 1/2 innings, the Yankees 5 and Baltimore 3. Kubek fly to center. Homered in the third and popped to third in the fourth will lead off for the Yankees. 5-3, New York leads, bottom of the sixth. Jerry Walker, the third Baltimore pitcher, out on the mound. Walker is due to lead off next inning, so we'll probably have another pinch hitter. The pitch to Kubek. Strike. Fastball on the outside corner. On deck, Hector Lopez, who is 3 for 3 today. There's a line drive to center field. Stevens coming on, and he makes the running catch. Boy, there have been some fine fielding plays in this ball game. Kubek lines to short center field. One away. Hector Lopez, who is 3 for 3, 3 singles. One of them was a bunt single. He has scored 1 run. Lopez now batting .288. On deck, Roger Maris. Jerry Walker ready. The pitch to Lopez. Strike call. Fastball down the middle. One strike pitch. Strike 2. Started to say high as John Stevens took a little time calling that, but then he whipped up the right hand. 0-2. Lopez in that severe crouch. Curve, strike 3, swinging. Second strikeout for Jerry Walker. First time they've gotten Lopez out today. Here's Roger Maris. Roger lined to right, single to left, and scored in the third, and popped to second base in the fourth inning. 5-3, the Yankees lead in the bottom of the sixth inning. On deck, Mickey Mantle. Pitch to Maris is a strike. Walker getting that ball over, getting ahead of the Yankee hitters. The 1 strike pitch. Foul back in the upper deck, strike 2. And 2 on Maris. 2 out, nobody on. Pitch hit high in the air, not too deep right field. Pilarczyk is moving in under it. And he's got it for the out. So Walker sets the Yankees down in order here in the bottom of the sixth inning. No runs, no hits. No Baltimore errors, and nobody left. And the score at the end of 6 full innings, the Yankees 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Baltimore 3 runs on 6 hits and no errors. Out to the mound, Jim Pisoni moves out to left field for the Yankees, taking over for Hector Lopez defensively. And on the scoreboard, again, Boston beat Washington 3-1. Kansas City over Cleveland in the first game 3-2. In the second game, it's Cleveland 1, Kansas City nothing at the end of 3. The White Sox are leading Detroit 7-4 at the end of 7. That's the first game of a doubleheader. Milwaukee leads Philadelphia 5-1 at the end of 7.5. Pittsburgh beat Cincinnati in the first game 5-3. In the second game, the Pirates failed to score on the top of the first. Cubs beat the Dodgers 5-2. And the Cardinals lead the Giants 3-2 at the end of 7 1/2. Okay, we're ready to go here in the top of the 7th inning with the Yankees leading Baltimore 5-3. And ready to step in behind the microphone is Mel Allen.
Hello there, everybody. Thank you very much, Bill. Jerry Walker leading off in the 7th inning. Pretty good hitting pitcher. Jim Coates' delivery is high, ball 1. Walker's at 13 for 37, hitting .351. Stevens and Pilarczyk to follow. Jim Coates to the windup, and the delivery in there, strike 1, 1-1. 5-3 New York, 7th inning. Jim Pisoni has gone to left field in place of Hector Lopez. The Orioles trailing 5-0 and made a game out of it now with 3 in the 6th. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on. There's a liner into right field for a base hit for Jerry Walker. And the Orioles are battling back. Gene Stevens grounded to first, walked and grounded to first. Pilarczyk on deck and Woodling to follow. The Yankee bullpen working out. And the Oriole fans start that hand clapping. Walker on first. Gene Stevens, the left-hand hitter up. And the pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Walker leads off first. Throw over, he's back. Jim Coates in relief of Art Ditmar to the stretch. The pitch to Stevens. Swung on it, missed, strike 2. He really wheeled on a good fastball. Swinging for the equalizer. A 2-strike count. Coates again to the stretch. Walker leads away. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul back. Count remains 2 strikes. Throw him a slow curve. Gets the sign. Walker leading away from first. Nobody out. Now the pitch. High inside. Ball 1. 1-2. A 1-2 count on Gene Stevens. Coates gets the sign from Yogi. Into the stretch once more. Now the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 1 down. Up comes Al Pilarczyk, who grounded to short, line to right, and then punched the double to the opposite field, to left. A fellow with many capabilities. He's hitting .266, but he's dangerous in this park as a pull hitter to right field. He can punch the ball to left. He's a good punter. Boyer shortens up for him at third. Walker leading away from first. Jim Coates ready, and the pitch is swung on, bounced foul down the first base line. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. 5-3 New York, 7th inning. Jerry Walker leading away from first. Coates into the stretch. Skowron backpedals. Here's the delivery, and it's outside. Ball 1. 1-1. Give Pilarczyk a lot of room in left center. Pisoni straightaway left. Mantle into right center. Maris straightaway right. Al Pilarczyk up. Walker on first. One out. The 1-1 pitch. It's bunted, and the ball goes foul. Strike two. You had to look for the bunt, and he really laid a beauty down, but it just went foul. Yogi, in fact, was hustling over to get the ball before he had a chance to go back fair. It was fair to start with. Any way to get on ahead of Woodling and Gentile. Even with Boyer playing in close, he never had a play on him. So expertly was that ball laid down, but it spun foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Walker on first. 5-3 New York. Jim Coates gets Yogi signed. Right-hander into the stretch. Walker leading away from first. Here's the pitch, and Pilarczyk hits a high fly ball into short left. Pisoni moves under it, and he's got it. And they're 2 away. And now, the always dangerous Gene Woodling walked twice and singled to right. Drove in the first Oriole run last inning. Batting .281. Warms to situations such as these. Jim Gentile on deck. Woodling asks for time. He's in. Walker leads away from first. Here's the pitch to Gene, and it's low, ball 1. Jim Coates to the stretch. Here's the pitch, and Woodling takes it outside, ball 2, 2-0. From a fastball that sailed away from him. 2 balls, no strikes on Gene Woodling. Jim Gentile on deck. Jerry Walker on first. 7th inning, 5-3 New York. Coates again to the stretch. Here's the pitch. In there, strike 1, 2-1. Balls, 1 strike. Jerry Walker leading away from first. Coates into the stretch. Time asked for by Woodling, granted by Johnny Stevens. Now Gene's back in. Again the stretch by Coates. Here's the pitch, and Woodling swings and lifts a foul down the left field line. It's going to fade out of play. Strike 2, 2-2. Balls, 2 strikes. Another duel. Tense moments at Yankee Stadium. Woodling awaits the pitch from Jim Coates. Jerry Walker on first. The 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and popped up into the air. Clete Boyer moving under the ball, and the catch is made and the side's retired. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. At the end of 6.5 innings, New York 5, Baltimore 3. 7th inning stretch, and time for you to move into the kitchen, stretch your hand in the refrigerator. And you know what for? Valentine. Valentine gives you both lightness and flavor, the 2 things a beer must have to refresh. The light beer with true lager flavor. That's what makes it the crisp refresher. So treat your thirst to the crisp refresher and make that famous 3-ring sign and ask the man for a tall, frosty glass of Valentine. Valentine beer. We pause for station identification.
At 1460 on your radio dial, this is Quality Modern, WOKO in Albany, New York. WOKO time, 2 minutes before 5 o'clock.
It's the last half of the seventh inning at Yankee Stadium. The first game of the doubleheader, delayed some 53 minutes in beginning. Mickey Mantle, who grounded to first and walked twice, steps up. Berra and Skowron to follow. Mantle hitting .279. 5-3 New York. Jerry Walker came on in the fifth inning. Third Oriole pitcher. Given up one walk in the 7 men he's faced. They pitched to Mantle. Swung on a foul ball, but it hit a mile up onto the roof. Foul. Down the right field line. Strike one. Got out in front of that one too much. One strike. Walker to the windup and the pitch. It's bunted, but right to the box. Walker throws to Gentile, and Mantle is retired. Mickey's trying to drag it, but he shoved it directly to the box. So with one away, up comes Berra, grounded to second. Doubled to right center, drove in 2 runs, and grounded out to first. Hitting .282. Yankees 5, Orioles 3 in the 7th inning. Jerry Walker to the windup, and the pitch in there, strike one. Walker has, by all odds, been, of course, the best of the Oriole pitchers today. Now the delivery. Yogi takes it low and inside. Ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch to Berra. Curveball over, strike 2, 1-2. Jerry Walker goes to work. The pitch inside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. One out, nobody on. Now the 2-2 pitch on its way. Yogi takes it low and inside. Ball 3. Full count. Milt Pappas will be pitching for Baltimore in the second game. Ralph Terry for New York. Full count on Barrow. 1 away in the 7th. 5-3 New York. And the 3-2 pitch is inside for ball 4. Yogi draws a walk. Up comes Bill Skowron, who doubled to right center, grounded to short, fly to left, hitting .301. One on, one out. Jerry Walker into the stretch. They pitch to Skowron. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. He fired that one. He doesn't look as if he's throwing extra hard, but he can blaze them. Walker to the stretch. And the pitch. It's in there. Strike 2. A let-up curve over the outside corner. White Sox leading the Tigers 8-4 as they go to the 9th inning of their first game. Ready for the 2-strike pitch to the Moose. Barra off first, and the ball is high. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Barra moves off first.
Walker pitches. Skowron takes it low and inside. Ball 2, 2-2. The Yankees appear to have lost their momentum after the first 3 innings. The Orioles starting to pick up in their momentum. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 5-3 New York, last of the 7th. Jerry Walker to the stretch. And the pitch swung on, and a bouncer hit through the middle into center for a base hit. Berra stops at second. Gene Stevens racing in to grab the ball. Skowron singles Berra to second. First hit off Walker, and the Yankees' first hit since the 4th inning when Lopez beat out a bunt. Clete Boyer scheduled at bat, but we're going to have a pinch hitter in case he signals to the bullpen. Probably for Johnny Blanchard. Johnny Blanchard's coming out of the bullpen to bat for Boyer. For those who may have tuned in late, the Yankees got a run in the 2nd inning on doubles by Skowron and Boyer. And in the 3rd, Kubek homered, Lopez and Maris singled, Mantle walked to load the bases, and Berra doubled home too. Rather a wild pitch enabled Maris to score. Mantle went to second. Enabled Lopez to score, and Berra doubled in Maris and Mantle. And in the 6th, the Orioles knocked out Ditmar. Pilarczyk doubled, Woodling singled him home, and after one was away, Robinson doubled Woodling to third, and they both scored on Hansen's single. So it's 5-3, 7th inning, 1 out. Berra on second. Skowron on first. Blanchard hitting for Boyer, batting .271, left-hand hitter. Walker pitches, Blanchard swings and sends a ground ball to second. Throw to Hansen for 1, back to first, double play. Blanchard grounds into the double play. Klaus to Hansen to Gentile. And at the end of 7 innings, as the Orioles come up with their 163rd double play, still 5-3, no runs for New York, 1 hit.
Continuation at the beginning of side 4.
Double Woodling to third, and they both scored on Hansen's single. So it's 5-3, 7th inning, 1 out. Berra on second. Skowron on first. Blanchard hitting for Boyer, batting .271, left-hand hitter. Walker pitches, Blanchard swings and sends a ground ball to second. Throw to Hansen for 1, back to first, double play. Blanchard grounds into the double play. Klaus to Hansen to Gentile. And at the end of 7 innings, as the Orioles come up with their 163rd double play, still 5-3, no runs for New York, 1 hit, no Oriole errors, 1 Yankee left on. Jim Gentile flied to center, grounded to second, and flied to deep right, hitting .287. Jim Coates delivers. In there, strike 1. Coates in relief of Ditmar. Left-hand hitter awaits the pitch from Coates. Here it is. And it swung on and missed. Strike 2. He took a good slash. 0-2. Two-strike count on the first baseman. Jim Coates swings to the windup. Around comes the right arm. The pitch swung on and lined out over second into center for a base hit. Gentile opens with a single to center on a 2-strike pitch. And up comes Brooks Robinson. Single to left, popped to first, and doubled off the right field barrier. Batting .297.
Hansen at bat. Coach to the stretch. And the pitch swung on to a pop-up. Skowron under it at first. And makes the catch. One away. Gentile on first base, and the batter is Ron Hansen. Grounded to short into a double play, grounded to short, and then singled to left last inning to drive in 2 runs. Batting .258. Gus Triandos on deck. Coates into a stretch. Gentile off first. The pitch to Hansen. Swung on it, missed, strike 1. One out in the 8th. 5-3 New York. Outfield deep. Straight away. Jim Coates ready. Here's the pitch, and it's low for a ball. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Into the stretch, Gentile leading away from first. The pitch to Hansen, swung on. It's a high pop into very short center. DeMaestri backs out, and the second baseman makes the catch. 2 down, and up comes Gus Triandos. He skied out to center, struck out twice. Batting .262. Coates into the stretch. Here's the pitch, and it swung on and missed. Strike 1. Jim Gentile on first base with 2 down in the 8th inning. Outfield deep, of course. Coates again to the stretch. Here's the pitch, and Triando swings and bounces it to Skowron. He's up with it, steps on first, and the side's retired. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on at the end of 7.5 innings. New York 5, Baltimore 3. Before going into the last of the 8th, let me suggest this to you, that next time you're on your way home and you pass a friendly tavern, stop in and enjoy some of that crisp refresher. Make the 3-ring sign and ask the man for Ballantine. Once you order the crisp refresher, you're in for real, honest-to-goodness beer-drinking pleasure, because Ballantine gives you both lightness and flavor. It's the light beer with true lager flavor. That's why folks call it the crisp refresher. So anytime, ask the man for Ballantine. Enjoy the crisp refresher. Remember, from Maine to Florida, Ballantine is the largest-selling beer in the East. In the last half of the 8th inning, Bobby Richardson, hitting 8th in the order, leads off. Then Jim Coates and Tony Kubek. Fisher worked the first 2 innings, was removed in the 3rd. Wilhelm relieved. Fisher gave up 6 hits and 5 runs. Wilhelm gave up a hit that drove in a couple of runs, but was not charged with any of the runs. He gave up 2 hits, and Walker has given up 1. Came on in the 5th inning. Bobby Richardson up, hitting .248, takes the strike. Bobby hit to the box and walked twice. Jerry Walker's delivery. Swung on, hit down the left field line. It is a fair ball into the corner. Richardson turns first, heads for 2. Whittling feeling the ball, and Richardson round second. He's heading for 3rd. Here's going to be the relay. Bobby slides, and he's safe. A triple for Bobby Richardson. Bobby Richardson triples down the left field line. Now Gene Stevens is coming in from center field to say to Larry Knapp that a fan touched the ball out there. And Frank Dumont said no. Jim Coates is coming up. His first time at bat. 11 for 46, hitting .239. Bobby Richardson collecting his third triple of the season. Now the infield is in for a play at the plate. 5-3 New York, 8th inning. Walker into the windup, the pitch, swung on, bounced over third for a base hit. And Jim Coates rounds first. He's heading for two. Here's Woodling's throw, and Coates is in there with a double. Jim Coates bluffed a bunt, swung at the ball, and bounced it over the head of third baseman Brooks Robinson. And it is 6-3 in New York. Jim Coates getting his fourth double and sixth run batted in. He had to go hard running that double. Up comes Tony Kubek. Flied to left, hit a homer, fouled out to third, and flied to center. Walker to the stretch. They pitch to Tony. Inside, letter high, ball one. Robinson is shortened up at third. Hansen trying to slip in behind Coates. Now the pitch. Swung on. There's a high fly ball to deep right. Coates goes to second to tag. Pilarczyk makes the catch. Jim's on his way to third and goes over after the catch on a long fly to deep right. Now Jim Pisoni is due to hit. He went in to play left in place of Lopez, but Casey now has other ideas, I think. He's going to have a pinch hitter for Jim Pisoni. And it's going to be Dale Long with Ken Hunt, who just came up from Richmond, going out to the bullpen to loosen up. He will go to left field. Dale Long will hit for Pisoni. Jim Coates has had to really run this inning, and managers don't like their pitchers to run too hard late in the game. 6-3 New York. One run in, one out in the 8th inning. And Dale Long comes up to hit for Pisoni.
Number 25.
Long's had 6 for 18, hitting .333. Infield in for a play at the plate. The windup and the pitch. High, ball one. Now Lum Harris comes out of the Oriole dugout, asks for time. Paul Richards, able aide. About to talk to Jerry Walker. Just reminding him how to pitch to Long. Make him hit on the ground. Now Harris leaves. And we're set to continue. A 1-0 count on Dale Long, hitting for Jim Pisoni. Jim Coates on third base. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swung on. There's a base hit down the first baseline, scoring Coates. Long turns first. He's headed for second. Here's the throw, and he's going to be safe as the ball bounced away from Hansen. It's a double for Dale Long. Pinch hitting for Jim Pisoni, scoring Coates. Although he would have been out had Hansen handled the throw. It bounced away from him. Dale Long getting a double, his second, and driving in his third run, and that'll be all for Jerry Walker. A triple and 2 doubles in the inning, and the Yankees lead 7-3. Casey's signaling to the bullpen for a runner, and I think it'll be Ken Hunt, who went out there to warm up. Hunt will run for Long. And Long gets the hands he leaves. We'll have a new pitcher for the Orioles, Jerry Walker, who came on in the 5th inning. Pitched 3 and 1/3 innings. Giving up 4 hits. And so far 2 runs. Billy Heft is coming in, a left-hander, with Maris and Mantle due up. Paul Richards is bringing in the left-hander. Well, at least the pitch to Maris anyway. Mantle can turn around. Billy Heft. Billy Heft comes on the 8th with 1 out. Chicago defeated Detroit 8-4 in the first game of their doubleheader. Billy Heft started out with the Tigers. Had some good seasons with them. Went to the Red Sox and then to Baltimore. And was sent down to Miami and brought back on June the 15th. He has a record of 1-1. This is his 18th appearance. Billy's just 28. 6'2", 200-pounder. Paul Richards, when he saw a chance to get him, did, and another example of the rehabilitation he does with men who seem to have lost an edge, and he's coming in now with Roger Maris due up. Maris, lined to right, singled, popped to second, and flied to right. Hitting .278. Ken Hunt going in to run for Long. 1 out, 2 in, 7-3 New York, last of the 8th. Billy Heft into the stretch. And the pitch. Right over, strike 1, curveball. No balls, 1 strike. Hunt off second. Here's the pitch. High and inside, 1-1. Backs Roger away from the plate. A 1-1 count. Now the 1-1 pitch to Maris. Swung on and popped up into short left center. Woodling drifts over 100. Makes the catch, and Hunt pulls at second. 2 down, and up comes Mantle, turning around to bat right-handed. Grounded to first, walked twice, and was out on a bunt to the box. Hitting .279. 2 away. Billy Heft to the stretch. And the pitch to Mantle. Swung on it, missed, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Two down. And the pitch. Outside, ball 1, 1-1. Ball, 1 strike. Heft ready. The pitch. Swung on and fouled back, strike 2, 1-2. A 1-2 count. New York 7, Baltimore 3, 8th inning. Heft gets the sign from Triandos. Ken Hunt moving off second base. The left-hander to the stretch. Here's the pitch, and Mantle takes strike 3 call. Had a curveball over, and the side's retired. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. And at the end of 8 innings of play, New York 7 runs, 12 hits, no errors, and 9 men left on. Baltimore 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors, and 7 men left on. Billy Klaus will lead off for the Orioles in the 9th. With a pinch hitter for Heft, and then Gene Stevens. On the Ballantyne scoreboard, Boston beat Washington 3-1. Mon Bouquet beating Lee. Tasby homered. Kansas City beat Cleveland 3-2. Herbert beat Locke, even though the A's only got 2 hits, if that's correct. Williams homered in the 4th with 1 on. Second game, Cleveland leads 8-0 and to 5 Blattman against Cooks. Home runs, Bond and Wilson, each with 1 aboard. Detroit and Chicago in the first game. Chicago won it 8-4. Baumann beat Bunning. Colavito and Maxwell homering for the Tigers. No report on the second game. Milwaukee defeated Philadelphia 7-1. Jay beat Mahaffey. Callison, Bruton, Adcock hitting homers. Pittsburgh 5, Cincinnati 3. Law winning his 20th game. McLeish the loser. Home run, Stewart, Hoke, and for Cincinnati, Jones and Robinson. Hoke and Robinson each with 1 on. Second game scoreless, end of 3. Mizell and Perky. Chicago beat Los Angeles 5-2. Anderson beat Padres. Larker homered for the Dodgers, and for Chicago, Altman 1 on, Zimmer 1 on, and Santos. The Cardinals defeated the Giants 4-3. Brolio beat McCormick. Bresu homered in the 5th with 1 on. Albie Pearson's going to pinch hit for Billy Klaus. The diminutive outfielder, left-hand batter. Jim Coates' pitch. In there for a strike. And Bob Boyd is out on deck to hit for Heft. Coates into the windup, and the pitch to Pearson. It's in there, strike 2, 0-2. Ken Hunt is in left field. No balls, 2 strikes. Slim Jim to the windup. And the pitch. Swung on, say high pop foul over near the stands, and it's going to be out of play down the left field line. Count holds at 2 strikes. Pearson has had 18 for 75. He started out the year with the Orioles and then was sent down to Miami and recently brought back. A 2-strike count. Coates goes to the windup, and the pitch just misses. Ball 1, 1-2. A little bit inside, perhaps, or a trifle high. Coates again to the windup. Here's the pitch, and Pearson swings and bounces it toward short, and Kubek will have to hurry his throw and get him on a close play. Pearson grounds out to Kubek. He almost beats the throw. One away, and up comes Bob Boyd. 25 for 76, hitting .329. 7-3, New York in the 9th inning.
Batting for the hitter, number 9, Bob Boyd. Number 9.
Bob Boyd is another of the hitters of the Pilarczyk type. Power to right. He can bunt well. He'll hit the ball to left field as well. He'll hit the pitch wherever it's pitched. The delivery is a little bit inside for a ball. Or he hits with the pitch is what I was trying to say. He doesn't try to pull everything. Richardson shortened up at third. Coates into the windup and the pitch. It's high, ball 2, 2-0. A 2-0 count on Boyd. 1 out in the 9th inning, 7-3, New York. Coates into the windup, and the pitch. It's in there, strike 1, 2-1. Boyd was taking all the way. Two balls, 1 strike. The windup by the right-hander, and the pitch. Swung on, fouled off, out of play back at third. Strike 2, 2-2. A 2-2 count on Bob Boyd. Coach gets the sign from Barber. Boyd guarding that plate. Jim into the windup. Here's the pitch. High, ball 3, 3-2. Now the payoff pitch to Bob Boyd. Swung on and popped up into the air to short. Kubek is under it, waiting, and he has it. And they're 2 down. Gene Stevens comes up. Grounded to first, walked, grounded to first, and struck out. 2 away in the 9th inning. Jim Coates in relief of Art Ditmar. Checks with Yogi. Into the windup now, and the pitch to Stevens. Just outside, ball 1. A 1-0 count. Pilarczyk on deck. Coates into the windup, and the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, foul back upstairs. Strike 1, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. 7-3 New York, 9th inning. Coates takes a deep breath, gets the sign from Barber. Leans forward, starts to wind up. Around comes the right arm. Here's the pitch. And it just misses the inside corner. Yogi didn't like the call. 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Now the wind up and the 2-1 pitch. It's outside, ball 3, 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. Coates into the windup and the 3-1 pitch. It's outside, ball 4. Stevens draws a walk, and the Orioles in the 9th inning still alive as Al Pilarczyk comes up with Woodling and Gentile, the next 2 scheduled batters. Pilarczyk grounded to short, line to right, double to left, and flied to left. Coates into his stretch. Al Pilarczyk at bat. And the pitch. It's inside, ball 1. Coates seems to be aiming the ball now. The last 2 batters. Here's the pitch. It's in there, strike 1, 1-1. The Yankee bullpen is alerted once more. Coates into the stretch. Stevens leads off first. And the pitch is swung on and hit by Skowron down the right field line for a base hit. There goes Stevens on to third and Pilarczyk on to second. He has a double. He smashed it by Skowron. And up comes Gene Woodling with Jim Gentile on deck. So with 2 outs, the Orioles perk up. Woodling walked twice, single to right, and popped to third. A 2-out walk and double. Coates into the windup, and the pitch to Gene Woodling. It's in there, strike one. Nothing in one. 7-3 New York, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. The windup and the pitch. Swung on, hit back to Coates. He grabs the line drive and the rub of his glove, and the ball game is over. And that ball looked like a sure base hit. Coates just did a backhand grab at the ball, had it in a whipping in the glove, and the ball game is over. How about that? Woodling just turned around and had nothing to do, but he just laughed. You know, can you beat that? No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on, and the Yankees win it 7-3. The totals: New York 7 runs, 12 hits, no errors. 9 left on. Baltimore 3 runs, 9 hits, no errors, and 9 men left on. Art Ditmar gets the win. He went 5 1/3 innings, allowed 6 hits and the 3 runs. And Jim Coates pitched magnificently in relief. Coming in the 6th with 1 out, got the 2 men he faced. Gave up 1 hit in the 7th, 1 in the 8th, and 1 in the 9th. A total of 3. So it's another sparkling relief job for Jim Coates. Ditmar winning his 15th game. He's lost 9, 2 and 3 against the Orioles. And the losing pitcher was Fisher. Jack Fisher worked 2 innings plus. He was knocked out in the 3rd. Gave up 6 hits and 5 runs. Wilhelm in 2 innings allowed 2 hits, no runs. Jerry Walker in 3 1/3 innings allowed 4 hits and 2 runs. Billy Hepp worked 2/3 of an inning and got 2 men out he faced. So the Yankees have won 3 in a row from the Orioles, who had won 3 in a row from them in Baltimore. And that gives the Yankees the season series 12-9 against Baltimore. The second game will find Milt Pappas facing Ralph Terry.
Well, that winds up the first one. And a beauty it was from a Yankee standpoint, of course. We'll see what the fates have in store for the Yankees and the Orioles in the second game, which will be getting underway here in about 20 minutes at Yankee Stadium before a tremendous crowd, incidentally. The fall weather here in New York City didn't manage to keep it down too much. Of course, all the reserve seats and whatnot were pretty well taken care of before game time. But even the game time admission seats in the bleachers and the standing room only was at a premium by the time they finally got this delayed game underway. Well, if we're real lucky, we'll have no delay. The weather has cleared since they started the game. There's been no rain. There'll be no delay in the start of the second game. So until that time, just remind you the score of the first one, the Yankees 7, Baltimore Orioles 3. Second game getting underway, just about 20 minutes. In the meantime, we turn you back to your studios by reminding you that this is the home of Champions Network.
At 1460.